Well, there we go, my friends. They've sent me another wrong coil. Now, what you don't know is that's actually the 6th coil that I've had sent. 3 from the same seller on eBay. But they sent me the first one. It was supposed to be a genuine old stock coil. It weren't. It was a Chinese one. You can tell it wasn't. It was falling apart. Sent them a message. They sent, oh, all right, then, all right, we'll send you another one. Send that one back. So I sent that one back. They sent me another one. It was wrong. The same thing, I sent them a message and they sent me another one and it was wrong. So then I sent that back and said, alright, fuck off, I've had enough of you. So I went somewhere else. Same story, wrong. And this one was actually listed to fit the actual engine. Because all the other ones say, oh, they're universal. They fit the LAV engine and all the Tecumseh engines, blah, blah, blah. And the photograph looks the same on their listing. The photograph looks the same. But this one, as you can see, it's got the wrong connectors on the end, which ain't a problem. I mean, I can sort that out, the wrong connectors. I just change the connector over. But the wires are too short. But that's not the point. I mean, I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of all this Chinese, the cheap shit that you can buy. And it's all wrong. And they expect you just to go, oh, well, it was cheap. So I'll forget about it and, forget it. That's not right, man. They send you something that's not what they say it is, and it's wrong because it's from China and it's shit. Yeah? You send it back and get your money back because, they just assume that you're going to forget about it because, hey, what, it's cheap? It's cheap. It would have been probably 40, 50 quid for a genuine one, but this was only a cheap one. So who cares if it's wrong? Who cares? So I could lengthen the wires, couldn't I? I could lengthen the wire, but why should I? Fuck them. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my money back from them bastards as well. And I'm going to continue the search to try and find a proper coil. Because I'm sick of things. I'm sick of people taking the piss. And I'm sick of people walking over me, man. They don't know me, but still. They walk over everyone. Because they're bastards. The people who sell shit like that. You've got a laptop. And your transformer, that piece of like a brick in between the thick wire and the thinner one, that messes up, yeah? What do? A lot of people, what they're doing is they're going on eBay or Amazon or somewhere, you can get genuine ones on those websites obviously, but there's other websites, and they're finding the Chinese ones are either unbranded or they're a stupid brand you've never heard of because it's from China. And and what they're doing is they get them, but they don't realise, not only are a lot of them unsafe anyway, they skip out very important pieces of electrics inside them. So they do work, but if they were to fail, in some cases, you could get electric shock. It could catch fire. There could be loads of different problems with it. But not only that, they're not filtered well at all. Now, it ain't going to affect a lot of people, and they probably never even realise it. But for people like me and all that as well, that have radios and use a radio, a ham radio, or even a CB radio, it can also interfere with your television and things like that. And if you listen to broadcast radio indoors or whatever. But it's much better just to go and buy the proper thing. For example, say you've got a Dell laptop and your thing, just go and buy a Dell, a proper, not a fake knockoff one, but buy a proper Dell charger for it. It might cost you another £30 extra. Then say you might better get a cheap Chinese one for a tenner. Oh, brilliant, that's only £10. Lovely jubbly. No, go and spend the 30 quid and get yourself a proper one, because not only will it perform better and it will last better, and there's less chance of it ruining your laptop in the first place, or your telephone, or whatever it is that you're powering. Just go and buy the real deal. That's a lesson that I'm learning, and I've learned now over the years. Don't go skimping and getting cheap crap. Just buy the real thing. There are some perfectly reputable companies and perfectly good things. I mean, for example, don't quote me on this because I'm not sure, but I think DJI is Chinese. I know they're from around that area somewhere. you're probably no, they're not. But anyway, they're around there somewhere, I think. And they're a bloody good drone. They're a bloody good brand of product, you know. Like I said, Apple and all that, and they all make their stuff in China. And it turns out all right, doesn't it? You get the odd dodgy shit one, but the rest of him's alright. So there's plenty of good reputable companies out there that are Chinese. I'm not saying Chinese or China is crap, but it's the bad stuff. Yeah, the cheap, the fake stuff, or just the cheap stuff. The stuff that is just no good. Don't go and buy it, because the more people that buy them things, they're going to get richer, and they're going to pump out more of them. And before you know it, the whole bloody world's going to be flooded with all this crap that doesn't even work. I learned that lesson many years ago as well, with cars and parts. You know, for example, let's just say, your alternator goes on your car, your alternator, yeah? What do? You go down the parts shop, you go down the auto parts shop and you say, right, I've got this car, and the alternator's gone. Can you price me up an alternator, please? Certainly. The original Ford one is going to cost you £249. Or, we can get you this one here, it's going to cost you £69. But that ain't got a brand. That's made by Orinoco. Ah, never heard of Orinoco before. £69, eh? How much was the Ford one? At £249. £249. And what's the difference? Well, there's no difference, they're the same. The only difference is that one's a patent part and it comes from China. Right. I'll have the £69 one, please. 6 months down the line, what happens? That breaks. Now, if you was to have gone and just bought that original part, and I used Ford for this example, chances are, I'm not going to guarantee, you can't guarantee it, but the chances are that wouldn't have broke. It won't break. You know, you buy a proper genuine part that's had millions spent. Well, alright, probably not millions on an alternator, but thousands of pounds, probably hundreds of thousands, but I don't know. But a lot of money and a lot of time spent on it, developing it, getting it right, using the right quality parts in it. And then you get these people over in China, and probably other companies, to be fair, copying it and using shit parts and shit components to make it up and selling it for less price. But the trouble is they sell more of them because they sell them so cheap. So they sell more of them. That means that's how they make their money. Because they sell stuff cheap, but they sell a hell of a lot more. Because people always go for the cheaper thing to start with. It's a big problem, my friends. It's a big, big problem. So now, I always go for a genuine part, even though it may cost an arm and a leg in a lot of cases. Either that, if it does genuinely cost an arm and a leg, and I know for 100% fact there's an aftermarket company usually within England, but it doesn't have to be, but I would prefer it to be, as long as it's a reputable company, I may well go for the aftermarket patent part. But you know, price does have a factor, obviously. But I won't go for a stupid Orinoco part, you know, from China, of a brand you've never heard of. And yeah, not good. That's the reason why when it comes to the RC cars, right? You don't know that I like RC cars. But there's a big flood now of these cheap Chinese ones, particularly from Nitrotech. And of these cheap Chinese cars. Flooding all the countries, America, England, all the countries, right? And what's happening is, because they're crap, people that have an interest in RC, but they've never had one, they look at the prices and go, "Ooh, look at that. That one's only £120, but you go and look at this brand here and they're £600. I think I'll buy the £120 one. It looks exactly the same. They get it. It breaks on like the second time they use it, and they go, "Oh, this RC hobby's not very good. It breaks all the time. Oh well, I won't do that anymore." And you know, it's ruining it. So that was a random. I don't like the word rant. That is a disgusting word, the word rant. But I suppose that's what it was, because it's been happening a lot. I've been buying stuff that I need, you know, either for a car, or a part that I need, part for a computer, part for a car, part for a lawnmower in that case. And it's advertised as a quality part. It turns out it's Chinese crap, and it's the wrong. Usually, completely not even right. Usually, it's supposed usually advertised as a straight swap, as that call was advertised as, but it ain't. And it did wind me up, and so I wanted to give you my opinion on that. And you're welcome to give your opinions in the comments below. So please do give your opinions on the subject. And I'll catch you on the next video. Take care, you lot.